Hello everyone, this is Nimish. Welcome back to my channel. Today we are gonna review the movie Gulabo Sitabo starring Amitabh Bachchan, Ayushmann Khurrana, Vijay Raj, Bijender Kala, Farooq Jaffer, directed by Shujit Sarkar, written by Juhi Chaturvedi. This is a team that has given many, good movies in the past, especially the writer-director combo. They have worked separately with, Ayushmann Khurrana as well as Amitabh Bachchan before, and they have given some great entertainers. This is also the first major Bollywood release direct-to-video during this quarantine, direct to Prime Video, where I watched it, and there was a certain level of hope, expectation, entertainment value expected from this team, and also from generally the first Bollywood movie to release after months, where people are waiting to watch something exciting. The trailer released some weeks ago, and I had done a trailer reaction to it, and it definitely seemed like an entertainer was promised with some good humor, some good content, and a mixed bag of fun altogether. I watched this movie and I must say that it did not hit the mark when it comes to entertainment value, and I think that was one of the major things that are sort of missing and did not hit the perfect bullseye in this movie, and we are going to discuss that. However, let's begin with some of the positives that this movie has. I think that the performances and the approach to the performances are extremely natural. I think that to identify these characters and understand these characters and this setting, which is very uncommon, and to pick a subject like this and to write around a subject like this is a brave effort, and also to be, the first film to confidently release on Prime Video when people are hungry for Hindi films and Hindi cinema and any new films to release, and to get a combination, a very quirky and unique combination of Ayushmann and Amitabh Bachchan together is something that was, a very well planned project, and I think that the attempt and the heart and the soul is definitely there in this project. The performances, as I said, are brilliant. Some of the comic timing is excellent. Some of the scenes are very well written, and the comedy really gets to you and makes you laugh out loud for how these performers act as well as how the situation develops. However, most of the items sort of feel like they missed the mark. So let's begin one by one. First of all, the general feel of the movie seems to be very dingy and dark. This is not only attributed to lighting that has taken a backseat to make the movie look even more dingy and dark, because that's how the movie is set. However, it definitely seems unnecessary that the movie is in that sort of color tone and that sort of level of lighting. It sort of does not give the energetic vibe that it could have given the characters. So it sort of takes away from the viewer's experience of watching a film. When you're watching films that are low lit, especially when it comes to your TV screen or your phones and things like that, it has a very different impact than watching it in a theater, and therefore it is not the best sort of ideal approach to release a film on OTT when you go with these kind of darker shade movies. So that definitely impacts the viewer's experience, and I also felt that it was not completely necessary throughout the film. Having one level of darkness is totally justified to understand the environment, the character, and to capture the atmosphere. However, it just didn't feel necessary throughout the movie, and it definitely impacts the energy level of the viewer. Secondly, the comic timing, as I said, it's good, but there's not enough. There's not enough comedy to keep the audience entertained, to keep the audiences in a positive mode, to keep them laughing, and that was sort of what was promised: a quirky sort of comedy, a dark comedy, a realistic satirical comedy. Various elements seem to be the goal of this project. However, none of those really hit home. Therefore, you are left with a mixed bag of emotions of, was this movie meant to be a comedy? Was this movie meant to be a darker drama of sorts? It gets a little confusing because many of the attempted jokes fall flat and does not hit well. The characterization of some of the supporting characters such as Vijay Raj and Bijender Kala have not been well explored. They could have been explored much more. These are very strong performers that can make or break a movie, and in this movie they are very neutral. They do not add much to the movie, neither do they take away from the movie, which is a good thing, but they could have added a lot to the movie. They had good characters in the base of the character, but they were not explored enough, they were not developed enough, they were not given enough opportunity to create that sort of environment and take the movie to the next level. When it comes to Ayushmann Khurrana's character, I felt felt like it was a very straightforward character. He did not have enough punchlines, he did not have enough importance in the movie. Slow and steady as the movie progressed, his character sort of dimmed out and phased out, having absolutely no sort of role, so to speak, no sort of character development, so to speak. It did not have a graph, it just missed the mark entirely. When it comes to Amitabh Bachchan's character, it is the main character of the movie, carries the movie on his shoulders as always. Brilliant performance, obviously, but as a fan, I wanted to see more of him. And again, I'm coming back to the lighting and his makeup. There is heavy makeup and sort of costume design used to dress up his character, and that takes away from watching Mr. Bachchan act. So there is a big nose that's fitted on his face. He's wearing soda glasses. He's wearing a sort of shawl, half the time that covers his face. And to add to that, and he has a beard, and then to add to all of that, the lighting is very dim. So you barely get to see, look into his eyes and watch him act, which is sort of something that was not necessary or could have been portrayed better with better lighting and lesser of that much makeup. It just didn't add anything to the script. It, doesn't make sense why they would have gone to that extent to do these things, some of the things that they've done in this movie. That being said, I think that Farooq Jafar ma'am, who has played Fatima Begum, knocks it out of the park with her performance. She was really the life of the film, and every time she came, she entertained, she made you laugh. Her character was superbly developed, superbly written, really interesting character, and it goes on till the end of the film to see how interesting and how amazing her character was. You can talk about her character and the things her character does in that small role forever and ever. It is that much of an impactful character and performance, and I think that was just mind-blowing altogether. Generally, the concept of the film and the story and the development of the film did not seem to, it started somewhere, it ended somewhere. It's a very small tale, and with performers like Amitabh Bachchan, Ayushmann Khurrana, these two people are, legends in their own right. Ayushmann Khurrana has been, just changed the face of new age cinema in India over the past few years. Amitabh Bachchan, obviously. When you get these two together, they could have been a much more meatier script. There could have been more ups and downs. There could have been more subplots. There could have been much better humor or much better drama. And all of these just didn't feel explored. I know that this might not have been planned as a direct OTT release, but nevertheless, keeping in mind that the collaborations have expectations on them, this could definitely have been a much, much better film. That is what I think about Gulabo Sitabo. It could have been way better, and it just did not hit the mark. Something got missed, and obviously blame goes to the writing, because writing is king. So I'm going with 2 stars for Gulabo Sitabo. Let me know what you guys think of the movie. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and keep watching for more.